You know, if we're getting a Nintendo Switch 2, it really makes me wonder if any Nintendo Switch games will receive a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro patch. Games like The Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, Xenoblade 3 could use one, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, Witcher 3, both Doom games, Pokemon Legends Arceus definitely. I mean, heck, why not throw in other Nintendo Switch games like Mario Odyssey and Shin Megami Tensei 5? What Nintendo Switch games would you like to see in 4K? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robochan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwood or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not. In this video, we are going to talk about the latest Nintendo Switch leaks and rumors that include some really solid Nintendo Switch leaks that could mean the next Nintendo Switch iteration is on its way in the form of a Nintendo Switch 2. A new Pokemon sequel that is coming very soon according to this listing, some more words on those Zelda ports existing alongside Metroid Prime 1 as well, and some other cool Nintendo Switch news as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video out when you do, and if you want to follow me on Twitter and help me reach my goal of 1,000 followers, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's continue with the video. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is doing fantastic. It's been putting out hit after hit, year after year for the past 4 or 5 years. Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade 3, Splatoon 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Animal Crossing New Horizon, Metroid Dread. I mean, the Switch is just a non-stop powerhouse of fantastic games. It really seems like we always have these huge surprises for us, especially when a Nintendo Direct is involved, and I think we all love Nintendo Directs here. Most of the time. That September Nintendo Direct didn't really hit well with a lot of you guys apparently. But while many of these games look fantastic and play fantastic in some ways, some of them really do need a Nintendo Switch 2 patch, I think you can definitely say that when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, there is definitely room for improvement. Games like Xenoblade 3 show some obvious deficiencies in the Nintendo Switch hardware, and while the world design is fantastic, it pretty much holds up the whole game graphically speaking. If you look close, you can definitely notice some jankiness. Not only that, but there are a ton of games that could use that performance as well, and other games going forward as well, like Breath of the Wild 2, assuming they're not using this Nintendo Switch on that as well, which they very well could be. In the end, I think the Nintendo Switch does need a little help in performance, and the good thing about that is that help is on its way. And that help is about a new Nintendo Switch 2 from this new Nintendo Switch leak. So let's go over these details, and then we will talk about the next info. Now, Central Leaks has laid out this info and explained it in a fantastic way, and this is what he says. Or this is what they say. NVIDIA employee has confirmed by accident the existence of a Tegra 239 SoC. This has been rumored since 2021 to be the SoC that will power the Nintendo Switch successor. So right there, this says that it is a successor to the Nintendo Switch. So it's not going to be a Nintendo Switch Pro, this is a fully new console, but in the Nintendo Switch line. I guess kind of like the new 3DS compared to the previous 3DS. This is the first time that we have official word from NVIDIA that it actually exists. As of this leak, we know the following details about the next Nintendo Switch console. T239 SoC, 8-core CPU, likely an ARM Cortex A78C/A78. Ampere-based GPU that may incorporate Lovelace features. The second gen Switch graphics API references DLSS 2.2 and ray tracing. That last line is huge for the Nintendo Switch. I mean, ray tracing and DLSS, these games are going to look fantastic. Now he continues comparing it to other consoles, which will give us a good idea on how powerful this thing is in handheld mode and in docked mode. This is an oversimplification, but handheld mode is similar to Xbox One levels, docked mode slightly better than PS4 Pro. Now if you're getting a little bored of this video, click the top right corner for another video on what GameCube games we need on the Nintendo Switch. So this is a huge Nintendo Switch leak and implicates so many things about the Nintendo Switch going forward. There's a ton of questions I have for this, like is it going to be revealed at the next Nintendo Direct? When is it going to be revealed? Will it be backwards compatible with the original Nintendo Switch? Will we get those Switch Pro patches, especially since this is gonna have DLSS, which can be used to make these games look a lot better, like games like Mario Odyssey or Xenoblade 3, or even the third-party games with Doom games and Witcher 3. Will we see an uprise in third-party support for the Nintendo Switch, and so on? And will this change the way games are made on the Nintendo Switch? Will we be seeing more impressive games from Nintendo IPs? Well, personally speaking, on the reveal date for this Nintendo Switch 2, we could potentially see it at the next Nintendo Direct, which I think is going to be February, because Nintendo usually does a February Nintendo Direct. Now, this is of course assuming that this has been in development for a very long time and it's pretty far in its development stages. Now, keep in mind, I'm talking about a reveal date, not a launch date. I think the launch date, if it is going to be revealed at the next Nintendo Direct in February, I think that would definitely be alongside Breath of the Wild 2 Tears of the Kingdom. Now, at first I thought this was a very slim chance, but now those chances of this new hardware with the new Zelda game have skyrocketed. What do you guys think? Do you think that this Nintendo Switch 2 will launch with Breath of the Wild 2 or not? If it doesn't launch with Breath of the Wild 2, I think we can definitely see this at E3 2022. There is no doubt that is the cutoff point. Now, if this is slightly better than a PS4 Pro, this makes me wonder a couple things. Pricing for one, how much is this thing gonna cost? I mean, is it gonna cost $399? $299, $499, what is the price of this? If it's as powerful as a PS4 Pro, or according to the post, it's going to be more powerful than the PS4 Pro, only by a little though. There are just so many questions that I have for this, and so many speculation and theories I have on this, that I think I'm just going to make my separate video on this later on. But I think one thing is clear by now is that Nintendo is treating the Nintendo Switch just like the 3DS in terms of new consoles and new special editions and so on. Because if you line up the release dates of the new consoles that we had for the Nintendo Switch and the extra editions and new iterations of the 3DS, it lines up pretty closely. Overall, pretty interesting stuff. Make sure you guys leave your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Now, if you're not interested in more words about the Zelda and Metroid Prime Remaster, because I know a lot of you guys are just sick of hearing that, click the top right corner about what Mario Kart would be like if it was open world. I think it's an interesting theory. And moving on, next it seems that new Marco Maro has some information on Metroid Prime Remaster, which we know did not show up at that September Nintendo Direct, which doesn't really mean that it doesn't exist, but you guys already know my expectations on these. They're super low. They're down there with the Mo people right now. But anyways, this is what new Marco Maro says. And keep in mind, this was a reply to another comment on Twitter, so that's why it's worded this way. Hopefully, Metroid Prime 1 Remaster is finished since 2021. I don't know why Nintendo likes so much to sit on finished games recently, but I bet 4K Switch and Metroid Prime 4 has something to do with the lack of announcement. Now remember, this didn't come true at the Nintendo Direct, and in my personal opinion, I have really high doubts that this will ever be released. But let's say it will be released. Let's just give it a thought. I personally think it's important to think on both sides and not just have one side and one definitive conversation. Why would Nintendo be holding on to these games? Well, one could say that Nintendo is holding on to a lot of these games for a launch for the Nintendo Switch 2, and there's a very good reason why they would want all of these games for that launch. Remember guys, there are rumors from Emily Rogers that say that Nintendo is stacking games. Video in the top right corner on that if you want to watch that. But if they are stacking games, this would make a lot of sense as to why the Metroid games didn't show up and the Zelda games didn't show up at that September Nintendo Direct. Because if Nintendo is going to launch the Nintendo Switch 2 alongside Breath of the Wild 2, you probably wouldn't reveal that at that September Nintendo Direct. Especially since you have these two editions of the OLED models with the new Pokemon one and the Splatoon one. I would think naturally you would want to collect sales from that and not have the Nintendo Switch 2 impede sales. Am I using that word right? Interfere with sales. You guys know what I mean. So having it at a February Nintendo Direct, if they want to do that or later on, would be the smarter choice, right? Now, new Marco Maro has some words on the Metroid Prime Remake and the Zelda games, and this is what he says. Metroid Prime Remake and Zelda Wind Waker / Twilight Princess are real. People should stop harassing and getting angry with other people just because Nintendo didn't show what they want. Nintendo sometimes makes weird things and sits on finished projects. Hell, Fire Emblem Engage was finished 1 year ago. And again, this goes into the Nintendo momentum and the way Nintendo releases games. Nintendo doesn't like to put out a lot of games all at once. They like to have them in a row or in a momentum. And next up, let's talk about another game that was actually part of a list of leaks that we will definitely be looking back at because a lot of them are starting to come true. But when talking about this game specifically, we're talking about Detective Pikachu 2 and when it's coming out because we do have some more information on that. So if you guys haven't heard yet, Detective Pikachu 2 could be hitting the Nintendo Switch very soon according to this listing for a senior gaming programmer. Now Detective Pikachu 2 was on that Nintendo Switch leak list from New Makomaro and it was revealed in 2019, but we haven't heard anything from it, which is extremely weird. I mean, you would at least think it's gonna be at that September Nintendo Direct, but maybe it's gonna be at that February Nintendo Direct. Now, according to this listing, they talk about two games. One is an unannounced project, and we don't know what this project is, but my guess is it's another Pokemon game since they are talking about the Pokemon series. Now, the other game is Detective Pikachu 2, and the listing says it's nearing release, so it's gonna come very soon. Now, if it's not at that February Nintendo Direct, this does have a chance to appear at a Pokemon Presents, because we did get a Pokemon Presents last year, and naturally, I think we would definitely get one this year as well around the same time. Especially since Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is coming out soon, so that last marketing push that the Pokemon company will probably do is going to be a Pokemon Presents, and we could see this unannounced game, whether it be a remake or a new Pokemon game or something else. But we'll probably see Detective Pikachu there. Now, I've never played Detective Pikachu 2, so make sure you guys tell me if this is something that I should look into, because I do want a 3DS eventually, so that might be one game that I might pick up with it. As long as it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg. But anyways, shifting over to some Nintendo news, it seems that we could be getting a Nintendo trailer for the Super Mario movie at New York Comic Con on October 6th. Not could be, we are getting it. I don't know why I said it could be. I cannot wait for this trailer. The voices are going to be incredible in the best way possible or in the worst way possible. I'm ready to see a dumpster fire, or I'm ready to see Mario Gold. And in other Nintendo news, it seems that Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope will not have multiplayer, which is kind of a shame, but personally, I don't think it really needs multiplayer. I'm not massively depressed about this. I just can't wait to get my hands on the game, and I do hope I actually have the money for the game when it comes out. I guess we'll see, but I'm really excited for this game because I like the first one, so I will more than likely like the second one because it does seem like it's a huge upgrade over the first ones. Now, I want to say this now. Personally, I don't believe on the Zelda games and Metroid games. I think they don't exist. That's me personally. I've just completely given up on them. I'm still going to cover them because they're fun to talk about, but personally, just like when I personally believe they did exist, I just don't think they exist. And I hope I am just dead wrong. I hope I'm completely wrong, and when they are revealed, you guys can make fun of me in the comment section. But for now, those are my thoughts and kind of feelings on that. Though, if you want to know why I think these games should exist on the Nintendo Switch, click the top right corner of this video. As for the Switch 2, I think it's personally real, but I want to say this, and I say this in all of my videos, consider it fake for now. No matter what anyone says, no matter what the person who's saying from the inside information, no matter their credibility, just consider it fake. Now you be me wondering, why are you covering this? Well, because I enjoy talking about this stuff, and if you don't want me talking about it, well, I guess too bad. I really don't know what you want me to say. I've had some people who say, you shouldn't be covering these rumors, you shouldn't be covering these leaks, stop doing this. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do what I enjoy doing on YouTube, and that's gonna be that. I can already hear the keyboard warriors typing in the comment section below. And that is all the Nintendo Switch rumors, leaks, and news I have for you guys. If you guys want more of this kind of video and just more of my content, click the top right corner of this video. And with that out of the way, what do you guys think about the Nintendo Switch 2 info? What about Detective Pikachu releasing soon, and what do you think about the Metroid Prime games and the Zelda games possibly still existing? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.